everyone, it's Angela, and today I'm going to talk about a video by Tony Robbins that I watched on YouTube, and it's called How to Stay Disciplined. And in the video, Tony talks a lot about our blueprints, and what he means by that is it's the expectation or story we have around our life and how it's supposed to be a certain way. And what makes us unhappy or unhappy is generally when the condition that we find ourselves in doesn't match our blueprint. So say, for example, I'm happy with my weight right now and my body, and that makes me happy, and that's because I must have a blueprint that says that my weight and body should look a certain way or be a certain weight, and if it is, that's great. And then the same goes when we're unhappy. So often when we're unhappy, it's because our situation doesn't match our expectations or blueprint around where we should be at a certain stage. So say, for example, you think that by the time I'm 35, I was expecting to have 2 or 3 children, be married, have a certain job, have a certain amount of money in the bank, drive a certain car. And then if that doesn't happen by that stage, then often we can feel unhappy. And the same can apply to, any other thing in our life. Like if we, by the time you're 50 or 60, if you don't have a certain amount of money, or, life just didn't work out the way you were planning and the way you were expecting, it didn't match the blueprint, then that makes us unhappy. So what he's saying is that we can change our life and we can change our blueprint, and that actually our blueprint is a story that we've made up. And then we identify and attach ourselves to that. So we can easily change that, and that's the essence of what he's saying. The other thing he's saying is that what makes us feel alive as human beings is when we're growing and giving, and that we may even have a life which does match our blueprint, and so therefore we're really happy. But if we don't keep growing, then eventually we'll get to the point where we're no longer happy anymore, even though we work so hard to achieve that kind of that situation. And so it's about the growing and the giving, and and about being alive, and that as soon as we do stop growing and giving, we're actually start to die inside. So it's a matter of being conscious of this and understanding that sometimes in life we can't control the situation, so we can't control our life conditions, and you start to suffer when you feel helpless and when you feel powerless. And so the thing that you can change is your blueprint, and you can change your life in some way. So you might have to reframe something, or you might have to, accept that you can't actually have that thing. And then this is the other powerful thing that he says, is that he says that sometimes failing to get my goal gives me my destiny. So that's incredibly powerful, I think. So I do love Tony's work. I think it's a brilliant video. We're so lucky that on YouTube we can watch whatever we want, hours of his work, and it's all free, and it's quite extraordinary. So I really encourage you to tap into his stuff, because it's very, very powerful, and he's got a real compelling way that he delivers it. And I think that because I've seen him live a few times, I find that it really, I get a lot out of it. So I hope you found that useful, and I will talk to you soon.